here with Omar Khan, the manager of the Guyana Amazon Warriors, the successful Guyana Amazon Warriors at that. They've now played 6 matches. They're the first team to get into the playoffs. Omar, tell me what has been the key, what has been the difference this season? Because of obviously this is the best ever start by any team in CPL history.
Yes, well, obviously, we are built on organization and having our guys focus on game by game. It's a process, so it's not something that we are overly excited about, because at the end of the day, our aim is to win the tournament. But the good start have obviously given the guys that momentum, and the guys are very confident about themselves. We have a good system set up. There's a good coaching staff led by Yuan Bota. Good captain, Shab Malik has shown his experience. He's very professional, very organized. He's a good team person also, and that's what has been one of our strengths actually. The gelling of the team, guys supporting one another, being there for one another, the professionalism, being able to understand their roles and responsibilities on the team, and all those little things, from outside of the playing field is what adds up to the success on the playing field.
Well, there are no poster boys on this Warriors team yet. They have been very dominant at this CPL this year.
Well, it's all about, there is obvious talent. We have recognized, for example, when we did the draft, that, there's tremendous amount of young talented cricketers in Guyana. And we wanted to give them the opportunity to showcase their skills at the biggest party in sport. CPL also has a wide television audience throughout the world. And young Romario Shepard has proven that point. He has gone on the stage. He has performed excellently so far. Young Hetemaya is there, Kimo Paul. We have on the sidelines, not on the sidelines, we have Chandapal Himraj, who is opening the battle for the first time in CPL for Guyana. Last year he played for St. Lucia Zooks. This year he's given the opportunity to represent his native land, Guyana. And he has proven his worth. He has been giving us good starts at the top. Young Brandon King from Jamaica. When we picked him, a lot of people questioned, his selection. But we know the type of player he is. We know he's very, very capable of hitting the ball out of the ground. He has done that on many occasions. Those of you who in St. Kitts would have seen a massive 6 went straight out of the ground. So we have that caliber of players. And then in the middle, you have Shab Malik, that stabilizing effect in the middle. And plus you have some power hitters, Shofin Waterford from Guyana, a big, powerful guy. He hits the ball tremendously hard. And then Nicholas Purat, who has really matured and come into the team as he's now one of the leaders of the team. He's been around motivating the guys, talking to the guys, and all those things. That is what has led to our success today.
Well, Omar, I must ask you this question. On current form, the TKR, the defending champions, they're also playing good cricket.
Of course.
Do you all fear the TKR?
Well, not a matter of fear. It's a matter of us being in the right state of mind. Mentally prepared for the occasion when we got to play them, when we have to play them. And again, it's all about the guys understanding. There's nothing to be feared about, nothing to be fearful about. We go out there and play fearless cricket, play the same type of cricket we are playing right now. To play smart cricket, most importantly, and being able to execute your plans, being able to go there and do what you do best. And we have, from all indications, the team, we have a very well balanced team. All departments are covered. We have, the batting has been clicking. We have quality spin bowlers, and that's, I think, is going to be the difference this year for us, in terms of the quality of our bowling. We have brought in a young leg spinner from Afghanistan called Kai Samad, and he is a very good talent. And of course, he had the experience in Rantayu, who, of course, with him, he's always in the game, he's excited, he's, and always taking wickets. And we have, we don't have clear away fast bowlers, but in this type of cricket, as you know, if you have bowlers who could, vary the ball, bowl slower balls, and, we have those type of Romario Shepard, Kimo Paul, Odin Smith has come into our team. He's the emerging West Indies player, and he's doing well also. So we have a good balance, and we are one of the teams who don't be afraid to probably not play international players. Last game we had 2 international players on the bench, which is a signal or indication of the bench strength we have.
Joined by Sunil Ramdeen from, I don't know how to introduce him, journalist from Trinidad and Tobago. He's also regional public relations manager for Sandals Resorts, and Riyad Sanders, and these days he's now a commentator at the CPL as well. And you know, Sunil, you're in the hospitality industry, and we hear all this talk about you know, the advent of the CPL. We know that it's something that the Caribbean people love. They can't seem to do without it. You know, it's the biggest party in sport. We all know that. How has it impacted though the business sector here specifically in St. Lucia?
I think CPL, and let me say good evening, good day to all your viewers. I think CPL has really been a phenomenon in terms of exciting people once more. I think it's brought a lot of value, and it has really grown tremendously since it started, Vinod. I don't think, I was telling someone recently, there are very few sporting events of any kind, even football, tennis, whatever you may, that excites and brings people out the way I think CPL has been able to do. And as a result of that, a lot of people travel. The hotels are obviously booked with teams coming in, with supporters coming in. You find a lot of people traveling throughout the region to support the teams, and that just gives a boost to the economic activity, particularly in many of the islands where the hospitality industry, you know, is a key pillar of the economy.
And just to move away a bit from the CPL, you've been to the US Open on many occasions as a T20 tournament in Fort Lauderdale. Your impressions as to whether you know, it adds to the economy during that period, that Christmas period, when you have about 20 teams coming in?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, let me commend the organizers of the tournament out there in Miami. I think they've really opened the door to North America being much more recognized in terms of cricket. They've opened the door to allowing players from the US to get exposure and therefore get opportunities. We know Ali Khan, for instance, get opportunities to play outside of the US as well. And you know, I think that is similar, in a similar way to the CPL, brings tremendous value. You have a number of teams who travel to Broward County, travel to Fort Lauderdale every year to participate excuse me, in the tournaments across there. And similarly, it generates revenue for travel, it generates revenue in terms of stay over, and then people spend money, obviously. So that is definitely a key on the calendar out there, you know.
But we continue our coverage here in St. Lucia for the CPL 2019, and we want to urge you that after the CPL, the next big tournament will be the US Open that takes place from the 18th to the 23rd of December.